Tyrmand claims he has thousands of sources in the Department of Justice and the CIA, and, quote, "This is what I do all day."
I have 1,000 sources in the DOJ and CIA I talk to all the time, and military intel, and every agency. I mean, this is what I do all day. I spent my day-to-day trying to play stories about corruption. I won't tell you exactly about who and what side, but I spoke to the New York Times, and I spoke to National Review. I'm on all sides.
Tyrmand says he's on all sides. Tyrmand doesn't tell us all the people he went to the SDNY on. But what he does say is that he was getting special treatment from the DOJ in the form of a courtesy warning, that he was on some type of, quote, enemies list.
Last year, ahead of the election, I had phone calls from DOJ sources telling me that I was on a enemies list that was going to get perp-walked for non-compliance.
Is that like a threat, or they were warning you?
No, they were warning. I had a friend who happened to be at the DOJ at a deputy level who called me and said on a Friday night at midnight and said, like, dude, you're on a fucking list, you're going to get perp-walked in October, and it didn't happen because what happened in between then?
We're not sure what, quote, happened in between then, but Tyrmand also says that, quote, he has fed the SDNY tons of shit.
I've got him dead to rights on so much fraud. I've already fed the Southern District tons of shit on him. I've got more.
Yeah.
And I'm not special. I like to think I'm a little special, but he's a fucking scumbag. That's why I fed the Southern District tons of shit to try and get him in prison, but...
Tyrmand says the SDNY is all about power, something that Tyrmand says he is especially interested in.
And the Southern District, especially perniciously, is all about power.
Tyrmand also describes how there are no bad FBI agents.
I've worked with the field offices around the country for many, many years. They're all awesome people. I have never met a single bad, malicious, coercive FBI agent in a field office anywhere in the country. They're all freaking awesome.
What's striking about that is the FBI raided multiple Project Veritas journalists while Tyrmand was on the board of Project Veritas in November of 2021. And Tyrmand expressed at the time to everybody in the newsroom that he was opposed to the actions of those FBI agents, but somehow now he's never met a bad FBI agent. And recall that the affidavit of the probable cause of that FBI raid remains completely redacted, line by line, and behind those black lines are the sources, methods, and individuals that the SDNY spoke with. Then Tyrmand describes working with legacy media organizations to take down conservative figures, including the New York Times, which Project Veritas had a defamation lawsuit against.
I'm working with the New York Times right now. Do I want to work with the New York Times? Of course not. They're lefties, but if they're going to go after the truth of what's going on here, then okay.
And what's going on? Like, what's going on?
Don Jr.'s insider trading and defrauding the entire system. Stephen Witkoff, Howard Lutnick. I usually call him Nutlick.
Tyrmand specifically mentions Donald Trump Jr. and claims that Don Jr. is engaged in insider trading and using his position to execute crypto schemes with foreign governments to bribe Trump. Now, we haven't verified this, but we're showing you what Tyrmand's claiming in this interaction, and that Tyrmand's main mission is to make sure that Donald Trump Jr. ends up in prison.
Yeah, Don Jr. was a little annoyed with it.
Yeah, but
fuck Don Jr. He's been fucking stealing money by the billions. One of my missions for the next 2 years is to make sure he ends up in prison.
Why?
Because he's stolen a fucking $1 billion from the American people. He's an absolute fucking grifter. He's insider trading SPAC announcements. He's doing crypto schemes to get foreign governments to pay his crypto platform to bribe the president.
So as concerning as all that sounded, nothing prepared us for what Tyrmand would say repeatedly. He proudly and shamelessly says over and over again that he wants to kill me.
And I shared the depot with like all the people that knew, the people who I worked with at PB or worked for me at PB. We have an alumni group chat of all of us who've been through this fucking shit.
But don't you feel bad because he was your friend?
I would kill him. Because he is one of the most evil people I've ever known. He is a true narcissistic sociopath.
It's ironic that Tyrmand refers to me as a sociopath, because this next statement is perhaps the most heartless thing a person can say. Tyrmand claims that when he saw Charlie Kirk was murdered, he wished it was me.
I got multiple people who know me well and know my relations with Charlie, and James messaged me after Charlie was shot and said, be honest, when he was shot, did you not for a second wish that it was James? And I've honestly responded to every one of those people. The second I saw him get shot, I wished, that was my immediate first reaction, was why couldn't it have been okay?
Let's face it, healthcare is a mess. Outrageous premiums, surprise bills, denied claims, and now the rates are climbing again. Medical debt is the #1 cause of bankruptcy, even for people with insurance. That's why I switched to Impact Health Sharing. No networks, no woke nonsense, just real savings and up to 50%. You can pick your doctor, there's no surprise bills, there's 24/7 telehealth, and maternity support. Take control of your healthcare before the system decides for you. Go to impactomg.com, that's impactomg.com, or call 855-378-6777 now. Impact Health Sharing, built differently.